In a world where beloved intellectual properties are forced to be alone and kept separate from one another against their will, two men intend to break them free of this oppressive regime and bring these franchises together through the medium of crossover fanfiction. This is Crossover Quest!
Hello everyone, it's William here. Ali's not here this week, so it's just me doing Crossover Quest all by myself.
I am here.
Oh yeah, he is here. So it's just a normal Crossover Quest.
It's just us doing Crossover Quest all by ourselves.
All by ourselves, no one's helping us, no one's doing any of the work for us, it's just us. Just tell them what it is quickly, get that bit over with.
What we're doing this week?
Just know what Crossover Quest is.
Okay, well it's the...
Remember, we're supposed to do that as well each week.
Okay. It's a pretty simple concept.
It's a really complicated concept, but the concept is easy.
Yeah, it's an easy concept. It's a simple concept. We take two movies or video games or cartoons or comics or something like that, and we write some crossover fan fiction.
Yep.
It's not complicated.
Like a pair of wee versions, and it's really fun and funny.
Oh, it's fun.
Yep. So you'll need to remind me, I've totally forgotten already. What the two are we doing this week?
It is Back to the Future and Breaking Bad. Back to
is it?
Yes.
Alright, okay. Is it?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
You told me like a minute ago and I don't think that's what you said.
Breaking Bad and Back to the Future I might have said. Was that what I said?
So different, I don't know.
I know, it's a different...
Alright, Back to the Future and Breaking Bad. So...
I'm sure it's that. I'm certain
let's just do that. Whatever story you brought with
That's
you.
what I've brought with me. So.
Right, that's what we're doing.
Okay, cool.
Alright, cool. And also I brought that story as well. So do we talk about them?
Yes, okay.
Okay. Right. Seems like we're in a rush or something this week. It's not the case. I don't know why we're so jittery.
Right. Back to the Future.
Yes.
That's a film.
It is.
From...
a series of films. Trilogy.
A trilogy, but the first one came out in...
1985.
And...
Set in 85.
And it's set in 90... Oh, that's a good point. No,
it's kind of important for the story.
No, it's set in...
No, it came out in 85. And the next one came out in
86.
Second one came out in 1990.
Is it not set in 86?
No, it's set in 85 and they go back to 1985.
Is it not 86?
No, 85 and they go back to 55.
It's not 56 now.
No, 85, 55.
No, it's not
1885.
86 now.
And 2015. So it's all fives, Ali. Shut up, it's fives.
You're right, it is 2015, so it's all fives.
So
was it not released in... I suppose it would have been released in 2008.
You're going to be checked.
No, you know, okay.
85.
You know it came in 85. I wasn't trying to...
Yep. Directed by Robert Zemeckis, but Steven Spielberg jam, I believe. Is it
producer or something?
Probably had
his name.
Probably had his dirty finger in it somewhere.
Yeah.
And it was Michael J. Fox playing Marty McFly and Christopher Lloyd as the Doc. And you guys have all seen it, surely.
Yeah, you don't have to explain the whole film, but
they haven't seen it.
What do you think of it?
Oh, we love it. Come on, everyone loves Back to the Future.
I say it's my favourite film. I don't know if I mentioned that last week or not.
You say it's your favourite film?
Yeah, because you have to. I can't tell what my favourite film is, but
you
can't
argue against that choice.
It's a good choice, I think, to kind of represent totally what I want
fantastic.
from a film.
I think it's a little dark in places, just a little dark.
To...
A little bit of Algerian terrorist murder and a little bit of sexual violence in the school place. Just a little bit.
But the terrorist stuff was in the 80s when it was fine.
Yes.
And the rapey stuff.
Well,
was
actually,
in the 50s,
it's mostly Colombian coke gangs.
That's true, actually.
It's
but
quite
they didn't
interesting.
have much plutonium, though.
No, they don't.
Or uranium, or whichever one it is.
Uranium, plutonium, adamantium. I'm not sure, but yeah, you're right. So, otherwise, an amazing film. Time travel.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
The DeLorean.
I like the second one and I like the third one. I know people don't like those ones.
What's your favourite one?
The first one.
My favourite one's the third one.
I liked the second one the most when I was a kid. I thought that was really cool.
I like the second one the most.
People flag it off because the future was so wacky and stuff, but they do have that bit where they go back to the first film, which is really cool.
And actually, all of the stuff in the second film has pretty much come true by 2015.
I think you could pretty much make any of that stuff.
Even the hoverboard is doable. It's been done in a lab. People have made the
holograms. We've got crazy better holograms than that.
Yeah,
so they don't come out in the street.
They're not as big as that. Yeah. We never made a Jaws 15 or whatever it was.
Oh yeah,
no.
Yeah. But you could just make it that naming.
But they made like
nothing
a
nowadays.
Saw 6 or something. That's the same thing.
Same thing. Yeah.
You should make a giant Saw thing coming out. That'd be awesome. Terrifying everyone. Although the Jaws thing is kind of scary if you weren't expecting it. If you're just walking by with your groceries and that Jaws head comes out. That would catch you off guard.
I mean, sure, it's not the first time they've used that technology.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Say you've been in your house for a couple of days, or you're a hermit, and you venture outside. Oh, it's been years. I hope hologram technology hasn't taken up.
If you're a hermit in this year, and you just wander outside one day.
Cars, oh my god!
Well, if you've been a hermit
Oh my god, what's all these smartphones and the music on them and shit? I don't know. This is...
Good point, yeah, you know.
Yeah, but that's not so... That doesn't jump out and bite you as you're crossing the
I
street.
don't know, some adverts do.
Marmy 5 fell for it. And he had the precedent of knowing he was in the future, like knowing
good point, yeah.
shit should be weird. Do you remember the shitty 90s Mario Brothers movie? I always felt like watching Biff and his gang is like the shitty 90s Sonic the Hedgehog movie. That's what it reminded me of. Like, that's what it would... Like, if Biff was blue, it would be the same kind of shit. I just felt, yeah, kind of stupid. But, yeah, we love those movies. The third one, obviously, is Cowboys and stuff, and it's pretty...
Who doesn't love Cowboys and stuff?
It's pretty great. The way they all tie into Small Valley? Something Valley?
Hill Valley.
Hill Valley, there we go.
The whole film takes place over a small space.
It does, yeah. It doesn't leave this town.
Yeah, it's pretty central to the actual clock tower.
It's one of those movies where if someone had to say, not where am I, when am I, you might just forgive them because you know he's in Hill Valley. But when is he in Hill Valley? Yeah. And some good characters. Biff, the big baddie, he's great. Yeah. All versions of him, different ages. Yeah, we've talked about this for a while now, but it's really good. We love it.
Okay, I'll ask you about the next franchise.
I hope they don't remake it in the same way they're remaking Ghostbusters. That would be awful. Don't remake Back to the Future. Don't reboot it. I'm fine with seeing Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, even if it's set 30 years later with a new crew. I still wish it was a sequel. I'd like to see an old Dan Aykroyd show up playing Ray or something.
I think the new one is...
no, it's a complete reboot.
Is it a complete reboot?
Yeah, it's a complete reboot. And that cheapens it so much. If they did that with Back to the Future, I'd hate that. As I've heard a rumour. I say heard a rumour. I've seen a rumour on YouTube that everyone else has probably seen. But still, it's annoying. So don't do that. Leave it as it is, to be honest. Make more games if you want. Or an animated movie.
Telltale games are good, aren't they? They're quite good.
Yeah, or another
animated movie. Make an animated movie.
Yeah, seriously, an animated movie.
Yeah.
Get the same voice cast. Use the kid that did the games. Anyway, brilliant.
And then Breaking Bad then, what do you think of that?
I've not seen it.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah. I've seen like 4 episodes of it when it first came out.
I'll tell you everything I know about it. Apparently it's good. Apparently I have to see it. Apparently it's better than The Wire even. That's the shit I hear about it.
Yeah, me too. Get the same stuff. And I watched 4 episodes and before all the buzz started, it was just a new show, and I watched it and I thought...
Because, it's on a good channel, good pedigree.
Yeah. And I like the look of it. I thought, I think I
Bryan
like
Cranston's
this.
very talented. I'm a big fan of his. I think he's excellent.
But yeah...
It's that Godzilla movie, Blue Chunks.
Blue Chunks?
It was crap, I thought.
I didn't see it.
I thought it was crap.
But yeah...
But at least I made the effort to go and see it. Internet.
I also didn't see Breaking Bad, though.
No,
So I know very little about it. I know it's about...
the kid from It Was in Drive, wasn't he? Wrong.
No. It's about a guy, and he's a chemist or some shit in school.
Bald dude. Badass bald dude.
Yeah.
And he's a chemist.
But he's like, he gets cancer and he has to take care of his
family.
No,
right at the start, I think he's a pretty badass bald dude. And is he not?
No, he's like a humble school teacher.
Goatee. No?
Humble school teacher.
Shit. Well, he must go on some journey then in the course of those 5 seasons to become a badass bald dude.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, was the baldness because of his cancer?
I didn't even put that together. I just thought it was
because no NHS. No NHS, remember? So probably making the drugs to pay for his cancer.
Yes, I believe so.
Treatment. Sorry. Yeah, pay for his cancer. Oh, that sucks. Sucks for him, I guess. So I guess he becomes a big bad drug lord standing in his pants with a gun.
He can make really good crystal meth because he's a chemist.
Of course, he's good at making crystal meth. Well,
yep,
okay.
So that's all we've got. Sorry, listeners, we're not ripping on it. We're not fucking slagging off Breaking Bad. We just haven't seen it. And yes, I know we're both aware we have to see it, but we haven't, I'm afraid. So our stories are probably going to reflect that. So yeah, this is my story here. It's called Back to the Future and Breaking Bad. It was suggested by Megan Mackay, so it's another suggestion there. That's good. We like them.
Yep.
Send them in.
Life partner.
Yeah. I know we're not getting them from very far and wide yet.
Somebody from Wisconsin should send one. That would be good.
Yes.
Apparently, a guy in Tokyo could send one.
I thought you just.
I've heard of a guy in Cairo who I haven't heard of who might send one. Who could send one? Everyone in the world has the potential to send one. They've all got internet access now.
Everyone in the world has internet access.
Just about everyone.
That's a very ignorant statement.
Just about everyone has access. It's like there might be a guy in like Quebec. That's a first world country. Kenya, a Maasai warrior in Kenya who could trek for 3 days and 3 nights, and get a camel to the local village and then get a bus to somewhere else and then find somewhere that has a municipal building with internet access. Dial up possibly, but it'd be enough for him. I don't know what I'm talking about. These guys all have smartphones, these Maasai warriors now. They use geo-tracking for their Maasai warrior stuff.
I see.
Yeah. They're just big into that geohacking game.
See, I don't know enough about it,
Neither
but
I.
I'm not going to take your word now.
I'm trying to use words I don't understand in the right context. I think I've done that. Pretty good job. Pretty good job. Right, make with the art.
Okay, Back to the Future and Breaking Bad. Marty McFly skateboarded over to Doc Brown's garage laboratory as he did every morning before school.
You know, you can say laboratory, and it saves the confusion of me thinking you said lavatory.
Laboratory. What am I saying?
Laboratory.
Laboratory.
Pronounce it laboratory.
Okay.
Or laboratoire. I should do that. Pronounce it laboratoire.
No, because I don't know what it means.
Doesn't matter. Laboratoire Garnier, remember? Everyone knows what laboratoire means. It's French for laboratory.
Laboratoire.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put it in my story.
Okay,
Don't you
cool.
have to deal with it. Leave all that in.
But anyway, he skateboarded over there as he did every morning before school.
Sorry.
Hey Doc, where are you? He called as he opened the garage door. Back here, Marty. I'm just adding the finishing touches to a new invention.
Good voice.
No, it wasn't.
That was pretty good. The start was good.
Yeah, but
We're just out of breath enough.
I can't commit because...
We're doing voices now, yeah? It's annoying.
Try.
You started
I
it.
think it's going to take away from
It's going to be voices, guys.
Okay, so Marty skated back there hastily, only performing a heel flip on the way without any rotation.
Nice.
Pretty. No, I think that's lame. Just a heel flip, no rotation.
Well, he's not showing off. He's just getting about.
Fair point. There's no one watching.
No one watching.
No girls watching, so why not? Doc was noisily working on a weird-looking guitar, sparks flying and power chords blaring. What have you got there, Doc? That's bad.
It's alright.
It's a new guitar I made.
Strong. Good. Keep going.
If you play Johnny Be Good on this bad boy, it'll make any woman want to have sexual relations with you. Any woman, Marty. That's more like fucking
I like
Morty,
it.
isn't
I'm
it?
enjoying
Or
it.
fucking Rick from Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, Rick and Morty.
Wow, Doc, that's incredible. Any woman, Marty, as long as she's over 47. Doc Brown waited for Marty to complain.
I'd be okay with that.
But he remained happily silent. They have to be over 47 or the suggestion frequency won't take. That's cool. Can I take it to school with me? Certainly. Marty grabbed the guitar and 180 ollied his way toward the door. Wait, Marty, are you forgetting something? Doc threw him a bag. I can't do the voice all the way through, man. There's just too much dialogue.
Just add it flavour occasionally.
Just a wee bit of flavour.
Yeah.
Don't forget to sell all that crystal meth at your school. It's too much work. And don't let me down. Yeah, I really can't do it.
Just do what you need to do, man. It's fine. Do what you need to do.
Okay. Jesus. I've never done a Doc Brown impression before. Don't forget to sell that crystal meth at your school, and don't let me down. I don't want to have to invent a guitar that'll break your legs once you turn 47. Marty nodded, stuck the bag of meth in his pocket of his cool 80s jacket, and grabbed the bumper of a passing car, which was passing dangerously close to Doc's lab.
That's very dangerous, that. They call it yiffing. I'm sure that's what yiffing is.
Oh, man. Well, once school was over, Marty made his way back to the lab, satisfied with himself for selling all the meth. Marty! Cried Doc. Oh, hey, Doc, I sold all that meth, by the way. There's no time for that, Marty. How many middle-aged women did you sleep with today? I don't know, 7? Great Scott! What's the matter, Doc? That's not that many. That guitar I made you. It makes 47-plus-year-old women want you inside them, but it also guarantees they'll fall pregnant, Marty. Marty gulped. Pregnant with demon babies that'll eventually enslave mankind. Blast my curiosity, I should never have made that infernal guitar. Oh my god, Doc, that's heavy. What are we going to do about it? Nah, fuck it, we'll just sort it out later. I have a time machine, remember? Speaking of which, I've got another delivery for you. Doc threw Marty a clear plastic baggie filled with crystals, which emanated a brilliant white light. Whoa, Doc, what's this? Asked an impressed Marty. It's my new blend. Diamond meth.
That's good.
I've been working on it for months, and it's finally ready. I need you to drive back to dinosaur times for me, some of those really cool dune buggy racing spring breakers that hang around back then, and ordered free bags. Here, take the DeLorean. Doc threw Marty the keys to the iconic 80s automobile as Power of Love swelled in the background. Marty caught the keys.
Imagine the Holly Johnson version, you know, like from Frankie Goes to Hollywood. The Power of Love.
I think there's like 30 songs called Power of
But
Love.
that one is the most different to the Huey Lewis.
Okay, fair enough. Marty cut the keys, threw the bags of diamond meth in the glove box, got the speedometer up to 88 miles per hour, and was performing 180 pop shove-its through time in the blink of an eye. The fiery trail of the DeLorean burned for a millisecond before Marty was right back where he was. He opened the door and climbed out of that icy old boy. We got a problem, Doc, he said in a panic. There was no one there. That's impossible, Marty. I checked with the spring breakers this morning. Doc pulled out a photo of Captain Falcon and his gang of June buggy riding, diamond meth buying, dinosaur times living spring breakers. It's impossible, I don't understand, he cried. Captain Falcon and the spring breakers were fading from the photo. Did you at least ask around to find out where they went? Doc, there was nothing there. I didn't even see a single dinosaur. And those guys are easy to see because they're really big. It's just a big dried up old shitty desert back there. Great Scott, what if we've tampered with the space-time continuum so much that the very fabric of reality is becoming undone? Oh God, what are we going to do about it? Sell those baggies of diamond meth. If those spring breakers are too lazy to exist, then I'm sure we'll find someone else to buy them. But Doc, the fabric of reality, protested Marty. Quick, to the DeLorean.
He never said that in the movie, did he?
What, to the DeLorean? No.
That's what the movies are missing.
A little bit of pantomime, a little bit of theatre.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's actually plenty of pantomime and theatre in this film.
True.
Doc and Marty cruised around Hill Valley looking for someone to buy their diamond meth. What about them? Asked Marty, pointing to a group of friends. Come on, Marty, do they look like they want a party? Well, yeah, actually they do. I can even hear that one guy asking his friends if they know where they can buy some meth. This isn't some emerald meth we got here, this is diamond meth, the most potent drug ever created. I'm not going to waste this baby on those losers. See, I have to completely drop the voice because I just can't do it. That's fine. They continued their cruising. Marty was getting nervous. Who knew how long diamond meth would land him in jail for? And the DeLorean was making these strange, annoying noises, and it was really putting him on edge. Doc, can we pull over and stretch our legs, get some air, whatever? Oh, come on, Marty, we're so close to finding someone to buy this gear. Doc looked at the shaken Marty, and could tell he was in a panic. He was an intelligent scientist, after all, even if he did call drugs gear.
Marty's a scientist?
No, Doc.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He could tell, oh yes, but yeah, you're right, that's badly written.
Doesn't matter. You explained it well.
They pulled into the mall's car park and exited the DeLorean through its cool doors. Although the engine was off and they were just sitting there silently, Marty could still hear that annoying noise. Do you hear that, Doc? Asked Marty. I do, Marty. What the devil is that? They fumbled around trying to find the source of the irritating sound. I think it's coming from the trunk, said Marty. They cautiously stood around the back of the DeLorean, Doc holding a baseball bat. Marty pressed the latch, swung the trunk open, and jumped back. There was a guy in there. The fuck are you? Some kind of narc? Screamed Doc, as he pressed the end of the bat into the stowaway's throat. I wish, said the stowaway merrily. So you were the one making that noise. What the hell is that anyway? I have no idea what you're talking about. He just silently stared at Marty and Doc for a second or two. Then he tried to clear his throat quietly in that really irritating way. That's that fucking noise again, screamed Doc, pressing his bat tip harder into the stranger's throat. Oh, that was the noise you were talking about. I needed to cough, but I didn't want to disturb you both, he said, before quietly clearing his throat again. Doc gritted his teeth in angered disgust. Don't do that again, he warned. I won't, Scout's honour. The stranger held up some fingers in a dickish manner before quietly clearing his throat again. Get the fuck out of my cool car, said Doc seriously. Oh, I would, sir. I really would. I'm having trouble with the old seatbelt here, said Dr. Alan Grant from the Jurassic Park franchise, who was all tangled up in a series of complex knots he tied into the seatbelt. You're in the trunk. Where did that seatbelt even come from? Alan just stared at Doc. Why are you just staring at me like that? Where did the seatbelt come from? Alan continued staring at Doc. Then he lifted up a tire iron and showed it to him as if to say, Is this what you mean? Then he cleared his throat quietly again. Doc raised the bat above his head and brought it down with all of his strength toward Alan's dumb head. Marty caught the bat and had to fight it from Doc's hands and hold him back as he swung and clawed at Alan. Jesus, Doc, calm down, pleaded Marty. Let's at least find out who he is and what he's doing here before you cave his skull in. Oh, well, I've got a tale to tell you both. My name is Dr. Alan Grant. I'm a paleontologist and collector of vintage candle holders. I was just hanging around Dino Valley back in dinosaur times, just minding my own business, avoiding dinosaurs and ghosts, bleeding from my throat hole. Just your average Friday night. Alan waited for his joke to land, looking back and forth between Marty and Doc. Doc raised his bat once more and violently went for Alan's skull. Marty had to stop him again. Anyway, there was this big flash of light and a scary noise, and this beautiful lady came out of a magical blue box that had just appeared. It was quite something. She started running around and Alan started blushing, having sex with all the people, dinosaurs, ghosts and gremlins. But she was quite violent and killing everything with her vagina. Oh my. Fuck's sake. She killed every living thing back in... I
forgot he was Kenneth Williams.
She killed every living thing back in dinosaur times, don't you know? Well, how come you're still alive then? Asked Marty. Well, after having a way with a couple of brontosauruses, she made her way over to me. All I said was, please be gentle, and she just sort of looked at me in disgust and left me alone. I was alone for at least 2 months before this shiny wing-doored dune buggy showed up. I hid in the trunk when the little boy went looking around. Little boy, said Marty in a tone of voice that said, I might not stop Doc next time. Doc took a minute to process the story. "When did this crazy sex piece arrive exactly?" asked Doc. "Wednesday," replied Alan. Doc once again...
2 months.
Yeah, exactly. Doc once again raised his bat. "What was the date?" he seethed. "Oh, I see. Well, it must have been the 13th of September because I remember my birthday had been 47 days before that." "Great. We can go back to before she arrived and sell the meth to the Spring Breakers. Let's go, Marty." Doc powered up the DeLorean and got that sucker up to 88 miles per hour, and off they went back to dinosaur times. But before some man from Sex and the City got there and killed every living thing. The Spring Breakers were easy to find. They were all watching some kind of dune buggy race that had something to do with the fate of all the dinosaurs or some shit like that. Not that it mattered anyway, the dinosaurs were fucked regardless. They sold the diamond meth and were getting ready to head back to the future, which was the 80s, which is the past. "Should we warn them about the crazy sex monster?" asked Marty. "Nah," replied Doc. "This way, we can just keep coming back earlier each time and sell those idiots more drugs." "What should we do about Alan?" "Don't worry, I've got that figured out." Doc kicked Alan out of the DeLorean and started off. "Wait a minute, Doc." Marty rolled in the window and threw out the guitar Doc had made him. "If she wouldn't fuck him to death before, she will when he plays on that," said Marty sadistically. "Brilliant, Marty, but how can you be sure he'll play it?" Marty took the sheet music for Stairway to Heaven out of his jacket pocket and threw it out of the window at Alan. Doc nodded sagely and gave Marty a short applause as they blasted back to 1985 to cook and sell some more meth because it was still a Breaking Bad crossover. Alan walked over to the guitar. "My new friends must not have noticed I fell out of the car just then."
It's an acoustic then, yeah? It'll have to be.
Well, it was like power chords. It might have a speaker built into it or something. Doc made it.
Okay.
Might have.
Yeah.
"My new friends must not have noticed I fell out of the car just then. Oh well, at least everyone back here in dinosaur times is alive again, and I can... No, wait, is that Stairway to Heaven tablature? What a find! This goes perfectly with my tight blue jeans which I'm still wearing into my late 40s, and my Top Gear box set. I know what I'm doing tonight." Alan picked up the guitar and started plucking away awkwardly, sealing his fate. The end.
Kim Cattrall might not be 47 yet.
No, she definitely is.
Yeah, she's like 70.
She's not 70.
Like 60?
She's not 60.
59?
I don't know what age she is.
I bet she's 60.
But it's not the Kim Cattrall, it's...
Your version of her.
It's a version of Samantha from Sex and the City lives in the Star Wars universe.
That is 70. And is now crossed over with every single franchise in the world.
Yes.
Oh, well, good story. Very easy to keep up with.
Was it complicated? Was it confusing?
No, it was good. It was really good. I wish you'd kept the voices going. That was hilarious.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's like, see if I can do the voice, I'll do it. But if it's
it's hard.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to do Doc, I end up doing Richard Nixon.
I should just done Richard Nixon all the way through. That'll be fine.
Not any easier.
Yeah. So if you're going to suggest episodes for us to do, try and do ones that for voices I can do.
Tell them what voices you can do then.
No, fuck that. They can.
Okay.
So what's your story about?
It's not about much, but all the characters in it will be Russian.
Why? Because you can do Russian voices?
I can't even do Russian voices. No, I was going to say my story's called Murder She Quote, but that's just pointless.
What was your story called last week? Had a silly name, didn't it? Oh, well, I can...
Murder She Eagle?
I don't think it was Murder She Would do it. I think it was Hotline Miami and Hitman.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Was that... No, Home Alone.
So long ago. I don't remember. My story's called Breaking Sad.
Oh.
Okay. Breaking Sad. A Back to the Future Chronicle. Episode 1.
Ooh.
Of 6. It's not called any of that.
I was expecting the 6 episodes.
Let's go back to the bad.
Oh, that's good.
A Future's Tale.
I like that. That's a great crossover name.
Yep. And I'll have a break halfway through to get the word breaking in there. Now back to the bad. A Future's Tale.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah. Even though Breaking Bad wasn't called like a bad's tale or a breaking tale or anything. So
oh yeah, Breaking Bard. If we were mixing it with Shakespeare, Breaking Bard. Yeah, or Soylent Bad. We like to use Soylent a lot. So in puns,
you do.
Soylent Hill.
Oh yeah.
Jane Soylent Bob.
I never said Jane Soylent Bob.
Jane Soylent Bob Strike Back. No, Jane Silent Bob Strike Black. It was a Jackie Brown crossover with Jane Silent Bob.
Jane Soylent Bob.
Silent Hill. Soylent Green.
Soylent Green.
So, back to the bad, A Future's Tale.
I like it.
Alright, I've got nothing. Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, so Mark McFly is at school and he's like a kind of a misbehaving kid, right? He's not very nice to his chemistry teacher, who is Doc Brown. Because that's what I learned from the one episode of Breaking Bad I saw. So he's like a blonde kid, No, he still looks like Marty McFly, and the Doc looks exactly like Doc, but he's in a classroom, and the Doc's like, so, does anyone want to... I think he's teaching chemistry, but the Doc says, does anyone want to do this equation, this chemistry equation I'm doing on the wall? And Marty McFly goes, your chemistry blows. He's like, actually, I won a Nobel Prize for chemistry, and I built a time machine, so fuck you. And Marty McFly's like, I don't believe you built a time machine. And Doc's like, I did build a time machine. And then this dickhead kid in the class, an old dickhead kid, goes, yeah, he has a time machine oh no, that doesn't matter. I was going to say like, yeah, because I wash his tyres, but it was the other way around. He washes the kids' tyres. I remember that from the pilot as well. So, yeah, I have a time machine, and I also have loads of money, so I don't have to fucking wash you kids' tyres for money. And Marty McFly goes, okay, thanks for volunteering that. So, Doc, even though you're my teacher and I'm antagonising right now, we're still like cool outside of school, yeah? We're still like buds. He's like, yeah, it's fine. It's not unethical in the slightest. And Marty's like, yeah, because I think I'm like 18, or am I 16?
I think he's like 16.
I'm like 17, so it's cool. I'm hanging out with a guy who's like 50 odd. And Doc's like, yeah, great Scott, I guess. So Marty's like, oh, thanks, Doc. Oh yeah, I'll do the voice. I haven't done the Doc voice. So Doc's like, class is finishing, and then Doc goes up to Marty. He's like, Marty, Marty, I've got an experiment tonight, Marty. And Marty's like, gee, Doc, I wanted to go to Jennifer's house. I want to go to Jennifer's house tonight and play rad guitar for her. He's like, no, Marty, your kids. You can, Marty. I'm Batman. I mean, your kids. He's like, oh, Doc, you're really intensifying just now. You're bringing me down, man. And you sound like you're having a cow as well. You're totally having a cow, Doc. And Doc's like, just come to my attention. Just come to my attention. Just come to my, I don't know, garage thing. I've got a garage, Marty, and that's where I do my experiments. Come tonight, 8 o'clock. And Marty's like, okay, should I come at 7:30? Because whenever I come at 8, you're right bang in the middle of some serious stuff with like terrorists and shit. And Doc's like, no, Marty, it's worse than that. I'm not going to reveal it later. I'm making crystal meth, Marty. And Marty's like, oh, Doc, that's heavy, and don't do it. I don't like crystal meth. Neither do I. It makes really good money. I'm really good at making crystal meth. And Marty's like, okay, alright, I'll be there at 8 o'clock. So it's about 7:30 and Marty's on his way over to the docks, because even though he said he wouldn't.
The docks
place. The doc's got like a science place. The dock, what?
It's just Doc.
Okay.
The Doc, I love it.
To Doc then.
The Doc.
Dr. Brown.
Dr. Brown.
Marty's, he's walking along, he's got time to kill. He's like, I should have brought my skateboard, but he didn't. So he's walking towards the docks, and he's like, it takes longer to get to docks without my skateboard. But he thinks, you know what, I can still get there quicker. This is annoying. So, like, a Volkswagen camper van goes by. It's like, it's full of terrorists, but Marty doesn't know this. So he kind of yiffs on the back of it, dragging his like sneakers behind him. He's like, oh, God, this isn't that bad. I'm doing okay. I feel like I'm skiing through space or some shit. So I'm trying to put in references to my old stories, and I can't remember any of it. And he's dragging along the back of this terrorist van. He's like, I don't know where they're going, but it's so far they're on my route. I mean, Doc's is a little bit off the beaten track, so I'll expect them to take a left or a right in a minute, and I'll just jump off and walk the rest of the way. And, oh no, they're going all the way up to Doc's garage. Because, yeah, his garage is up a hill near his house, but his experiment is happening in the middle of like an airport runway or some shit.
No, it's a mall. The mall.
Mall runway. Okay, mall runway. So he gets to Doc's, he goes, oh, my sneakers are ruined. I really hope I get new ones later on in this episode. So the Doc comes out, and these guys are like, la la la, la la la. Doc's like, what? It's like, sorry, Doc. Sorry, Doc went, So the terrorist is like, you have uranium for us? You have uranium for us? We want uranium now. And Doc's like, I don't sell uranium. Oh, wrong place. Do you have crystal meth for us? And Doc's like, yes, my brother. Yes, crystal meth, loads of it, all the crystal meth in the world. And Marty's like, Doc, what are you doing? And Doc's like, oh, I need plutonium to power up my DeLorean, the time machine I've been using for years. All these adventures. Remember in 2015, 1885, Marty? Remember you met your mum, you snogged your mum, you knocked out the bully, or your dad knocked out. Remember all the stuff you did? Marty's like, yeah, I remember it all. I remember that. I don't do that shit no more. And Doc's like, why not, Marty? And Marty says, because of all the bad stuff we did after the movies, Doc, the bad stuff.
What kind of bad stuff?
The really bad stuff. And Doc's like, Marty, we promised never to talk about the bad stuff. It's like, yeah, we promised never to travel through time again. Where did that change? He's like, I've got an investment opportunity, Marty. It's like, yeah, okay, so you're selling the crystal meth. Okay, how much is crystal meth? He goes, plutonium. It costs plutonium. and they're like, we're fresh out of plutonium, Doc. You saw, we were asking you for plutonium a minute ago. Actually, I think you said uranium. And they're like, oh, well, no, we've loads of uranium. And Doc's like, Marty, it's like that thing when you're driving your mum's car and you gotta fill it up. Shit, is it petrol or diesel? I really can't remember. The thing takes plutonium and uranium. And Marty's like, surely for the sake of storytelling, it doesn't matter. And Doc's like, are you kidding, Marty? In the second movie, do you remember I was putting in like banana peels and shit? Why doesn't it do that anymore? Marty's like, Doc, I can't explain it. You never changed the engine as far as I'm concerned. He's like, no, great Scott, Marty. Great Scott, in fact. It does use garbage. Look, it's Mr. Fusion. And Marty's like, oh, good, I guess, Doc. And he goes, imagine how much it will work if I put the crystal meth in there. And Marty's like, Doc, you've already sold it to these Algerian terrorists. I don't know why they want it. Guys, what? None of my business. None of my business. But, yeah, so just let them have it. And Doc's like, no, Marty, it'd be like our greatest adventure yet. I'll steal the crystal meth back off them, put it in the Mr. Fusion, make the time machine travel through sound. Oh, that's shit. Just make it travel more through time, like more times and quicker. It'll get there quicker. Like, that's the best part. You don't have to go 88 miles an hour. You just have to go like 2 miles an hour. Literally, just goes. None of this runway shit. Although it can fly. Oh, Marty, do you remember we made it fly? And Marty's like, yeah, Doc, you made it fly at the end of the first film. Seemed we've gotten in a similar situation to them. And Doc's like, Marty, it still flies. I never forgot. Marty's like, Doc, seriously, dude. There's many reasons why we stopped the time travelling. We think it was making you go mad, remember? It's certainly affecting my motor functions, and I don't know if this is permanent or not, but I don't like it. It might reduce my ability to make future films. I'm already regretting that joke. You can take it out if you wish in the edit. It's up to you. It's not fair. We all like Marty McFly. Michael J. Fox is a cunt, though. I'm joking. He's a cool guy. So, anyway, the DeLorean is fine. It's Mark III DeLorean. The wheels turn. It can fly. No runways. Doesn't need crystal meth. Turns out the Doc's been hiding a dark secret. To go back slightly, he wants to start the best adventure ever because this way he can have the time machine, have time travel, and have Algerians pissed off at him, which is the perfect scenario for the Doctor. That's just the way he likes it.
Right.
So he's the same about sex. He's okay having sex with most people so long as there's an Algerian pissed off at him in the room. He needs that to get off.
Right.
He needs that to get the spark of creativity but then again, you saw the time machine. This is buttons. You literally set a dial to where you want to go. So Martin McFly's concerned about the Doc, but the time machine works fine. Turns out that he gave the meth to the Algerians, and that won't be a problem. He says to the Doc, "So when did you start making meth, Doc?" And Doc goes, "Oh right, we'll see how I'm bald and shit." And Marty's like, "Yeah, I did notice that. You've been bald for several weeks. You told me ages ago you've got cancer. I mean, the machine there helps you with your cancer. What's the crack?" He goes, "Yeah, so money's not a problem for me, clearly, because I have a time machine. And remember the bad shit we did, Marty?" He's like, "Yeah, Doc, we weren't to mention that." He goes, "Yeah, it was pretty bad, wasn't it?" And Marty's like, "Yeah, it was really bad. But anyway, continue." And he goes, "So, I don't need money, but I really like meth now. I really like it. Helps with my cancer." And Marty's like, "I actually have read that, Doc. I've read that in a lot of places. It definitely helps with your cancer." And Doc's like, "Oh, so you're on my..." "Yeah, Doc, I don't just arbitrarily disagree with you all the time. Otherwise we wouldn't have these great adventures. So I like meth, and I just made too much. And so I've gone off it recently. You know, you have too much meth, you get bored of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, kids, it's true. I've read that too. You can take meth for weeks. You'll get bored of it eventually, and you're fine." Doc's like, "Yeah. In fact, 2 of my teeth grew back since I started taking meth. It's amazing stuff." It's like, yeah, I mean, seriously, can't advertise meth enough. Can't recommend it enough, Doc. Seeing as I think that's what Breaking Bad is really doing. So you know how HBO sell meth now? It's a coincidence. It's no coincidence. Right, yeah. It's not on HBO. Forget it. So Doc he made meth. He had too much, so he gave it to some Algerians, and they're happy now. They've been pissed at him since 1985. Same Algerians. That's like the grandkids of the original Algerians.
So, but why is Marty still in school?
Oh, because they've travelled. They're back still in 85. It's
their grandkids.
It's 86. It's 86.
And they've had grandkids since then.
I didn't say it was right. They've got children on the car. It's shocking. They've got the grandkids with them.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's like 4 kind of middle-aged or 30-something Algerian terrorists with 4 little grandkids. They've got 1 grandkid each. They wear them like suicide vests. It's horrible.
That's horrible.
I know, it's really horrible. I don't agree with that at all. So, where were we? Can I wrap this up now? Let me think. The Doc is a bit mental. Oh yeah. So do you want to hear about the next adventure or the bad shit they did?
this adventure that they're about to go on.
Yeah.
Did they even say they were going to go on an
Yeah,
adventure?
Greatest Adventure, yeah.
Oh yeah, Greatest Adventure, yeah.
Oh, but
bad
Marty,
stuff.
I didn't get to piss off any Algerians. He's like, well, there's an Algerian restaurant down the street. So, you thinking the same thing as me, Doc? Doc's like, I've got you, Marty. He's like, yeah. Can we just clarify? No, I'm all done, Marty. I'm going to go to the Algerian restaurant. See you later. See you later. And he's already off down the street. And Marty's like, yeah, so don't tip them. Like, I'm thinking. Anyway, 20 minutes later, Marty and Doc are in the DeLorean. Marty's covered in sweat. Doc is pretty happy. And Marty's like, you didn't have to kill them all, Doc. And he's like, it worked, Marty. It worked. They hate me. The Algerians hate me. He's like, yeah, but there were innocent people in there. He's like, doesn't matter, Marty. Now we can go on our greatest adventure ever. And Marty's like, what would that be? And Doc goes, we'll go back to Elvis's death and we'll warn him. And he's like, what? It's like, we'll warn Elvis. We'll make him stay alive. We'll warn him of his death. So Marty's like, all right. So they fly back they go to like a week before Elvis died, and they shout, Elvis, hey Elvis, you Elvis. Hey, you Elvis. And he goes, whoa, what is a blancmange? and Marty goes, oh yeah, you're going to die in a week. Oh, thank you. What is it? And he's going to die in a week. Okay. And so what they actually did was drove to some place, drove to like LA in the 70s, found the first guy that looked like Elvis, told him that he's going to die in a week, and came back to the present, and Elvis still died.
Right.
So that's when they smash up the DeLorean. That's the final
story.
After all the bad shit they did.
What was the bad shit they did?
Bad shit they did was so bad that we can't talk about it.
Was that what you were going to say back then as well?
Oh, but Kim Cattrall was involved.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, you're Kim Cattrall from your story. She was in the bad shit. The end.
Oh, man. Oh well, that's our stories. I have to apologise for mine being kind of shit, and Ali's going to edit it down and make it really good. So if it's not good, it's his fault. Don't say your story was shit, man. It wasn't shit.
It's alright. Yours is good. And there's
I
always
won't say my story was good, man. It wasn't good.
There's always next week.
There's always next week.
Guys, just keep thinking there's always next week. You never know. We might do something really good one day. But for now, this is all you're getting. So, with that, I suppose we should talk about next week's project.
So yes, next week was suggested by Paul Matthews.
I think he likes it to be pronounced Paul Matthias.
Paul Matthias. Pauline Spice.
Pauline Spice from the Isle of Skye. So that's probably our furthest away one so far.
Yeah. He has suggested Fallout and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Boom.
So yeah, look forward to that next week. Oh, I thought you were going to keep doing that for the whole thing. That way you wouldn't be fucking talking.
I'm sore, I had to cough.
Yeah, so come back next week to listen to that one.
Bel-Air never changes. Yeah, that'd be fun. That's a good one. I quite like Fallout, and I quite like Prince of Bel-Air when I was a kid. So.
Yeah, so it should be good. We both know the two franchises, so we should be okay next week.
Yeah,
this week.
Sorry, Breaking Bad fans.
Yeah,
it makes the story a little bit harder to do.
Now, there's someone I read my.
Can I just say for the record, I could not give two shits about Breaking Bad. I have zero interest in ever watching it. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Literally zero interest.
I get that it's obviously it's a good show. Obviously it's good.
Yeah, kinda.
But why are we not just allowed to say like that's not for me? I give it a shot. I don't like it.
I just don't want to watch it. People, leave me alone. I don't want to watch
Actually,
it.
It has died down a lot right now.
The Wire wasn't that good.
People come. Wire's good.
No, Wire's really good. But
people come up to you, and I'm sure Breaking Bad's just as good. It's not for me.
I don't like the subject matter
See,
very
the
much.
thing is, we're going to turn off all our fans because they don't like Breaking Bad, and that's. It's not. I'm not saying Breaking Bad is bad. It's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Just not into it.
Yeah, I'm just not into it, guys.
It's not for us, guys. Come on. But Back to the Future, on the other hand, that's some shit right there. That is some salient good stuff.
Yes. So next week we're doing Fallout and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So come and listen to this next week. That one again next week, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or on YouTube. We put these videos on YouTube as well.
We're both playing Miitomo as well, that Nintendo app.
I don't think people can just follow you.
They can't, but we're just telling them.
You're just telling them, yeah. Okay, cool.
We're not on Twitch. We're not on Uplay.
Can you be on Uplay?
Don't know. We're not on the side of a bus. We're not more places than we are.
Yeah, so you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and that's where you can give us suggestions for episodes if you want to hear them.
That's true.
Yeah, so is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to say before we sign off?
I'd like to talk about Audible.com.
Would you?
Yes, and Lynda.com.
What would you like to say about Audible.com and Lynda.com?
I think they're both marvellous.
Do you?
I'm
Yeah?
reading a book just now in Audible, and it's good.
I thought that was audiobooks.
I'm listening to someone reading an audiobook on Audible right now.
Oh,
It's
right.
really good.
I was reading some stuff on Audible the other day.
I learned how to count to 10 on Lunar.com.
Really?
I already knew how to count to 10, so I got all the achievements straight away.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Lynda.com and Audible. Those are things that have nothing to do with us.
No.
Um,
They're not offering
you-
us any money.
you like to talk about them.
That's
You-
funny. It's funny. I also like Dollar Watch Club. You heard of Dollar Watch
No,
Club?
I haven't. Tell me about Dollar
Pay
Watch
a
Club.
dollar to watch a girl naked on the internet.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. For like a second or two. What? I think it's called Live Jasmine or something. I don't look for it. It just finds me on the
Dollar
internet.
Watch Club. I was thinking it was going to be Dollar Shave Club where you get a watch sent to you a month.
That's ridiculous.
I was thinking, Dollar's really good for a watch, but it's only getting a watch of a girl for a minute or two.
In Glasgow it's called Dollar Swatch Club.
But you get to have a watch of someone.
No, Dollar Swatch. You have a wee swatch for a minute.
I thought you meant like a swatch, like a...
Oh, right.
The brand
you
of
could get
watches.
that for a dollar.
No, Dollar Swatch
No.
Club and the Dollar Watch Club. Very, very good.
Dollar Swatch Club.
Anything else that us for this week?
Pound Swatch Club. It's called Pound Swatch Club over here. We're not idiots.
Just swatching pounds.
Swatching, it's just like a website where you can look at a pound. Get your knob out on a coin. This is the bit I hate when you listen to a podcast where they just sort of ramble at the end, and then sometimes they play some like music. I fucking hate when podcasts play
Just stick
music.
some music on. Stick some music on. We're going to
Get some fucking Shabba Ranks on phone. Shabba Ranks on.
Yeah, Shabba Ranks.
Get some Shabba Ranks. That's the shit, man.
That was Mr. Loverman. Shabba. That was him, wasn't
It
it?
has to be.
That has to be.
If it's not, Shabba Ranks should sue somebody.
That song where it's like, Shakira, Shakira. That was Shabba Ranks, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. I also think that song that Madonna did, Music. That was Shabba Ranks.
Yeah, fucking hell.
It was. It was Shabba Ranks.
Fucking hell. So yeah, listen to us next week, and in the meantime, get some
Ali
Shabba
G was
Ranks.
in that Shabba Ranks video.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw he was, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
I found it
No,
weird
no,
that he was
shit.
sexually attracted to Shabba Ranks.
Is that the storyline? Story of the old.
He wanted to have sensual relations with Shabba Ranks.
But yeah, so listen next week, guys. I'm sorry we've rambled on for ages.
Fine. They don't
Twitter.
mind. They don't care.
No, no one cares.
Who cares what they think? Who cares? Alright, bye.
Bye.
Bye.